The 2014 Chevrolet Impala is the latest version to wear that very iconic nameplate. So, is this version worthy of it? Let's find out. Well, it doesn't seem to have too many styling clues that link it to classic Impalas. Well, you do get actually one classic Impala styling feature right here. But it does definitely look like other modern Chevys. This rear treatment is especially interesting. I think it looks like modern Bentleys. I do kind of miss the round headlights in back. I wish they were here. But still, it's a clean modern shape, and it does have a lot of personality for a large sedan. No classic references in the interior either, but that's okay because what you get is modern luxury. The all-power heated seats offer a mix of leather and Alcantara, and they're extremely comfortable. And let me tell you a major reason why. This headrest adjustment right here, which lets you bring it forward and backwards, really makes the seat comfortable. Puts your head in the optimal position for driving, and there's no fatigue over long drives too. A great design feature. The leather-wrapped armrest also hides one top tier of storage, which you can remove, and then you have deeper storage, plus this nice little feature here, 2 USBs, 1 SD, and an auxiliary input too. There's also a charger too. Moving forward, you have control for your heated seats. You can either heat just the top or the whole seat, and right next to that is the traction control off button. I don't recommend that you do it though. The wood trim adds a nice bit of luxury. You get 2 cup holders and also your 6-speed automatic transmission, which does have a manual mode too. This wood compartment hides a charger and some additional storage too. Up on the dash you have your dual zone climate control, and above that some manual controls for the radio. The infotainment screen is quite intuitive, very easy to use and control. I like it. Oh, and check this out right here. Press this magic button, and look, it goes away, and you have another USB slot back there. Really cool. The large steering wheel tilts and telescopes, plus it houses controls for Bluetooth, also your menu, and, of course, cruise control. But behind it, you can scroll through your XM channels or stations, and then on the other side is your volume control over here. And of course, you do have menus up in front of you that give you useful information too. The dash has a nice layout, very straightforward, analog gauges, just like you want to see. On the left of the steering wheel, you have your parking brake, also your lighting, also the trunk button, and your parking sensors, and also your lane departure warning control. Great safety feature. The door houses a cup holder and also some additional storage, plus of course your power windows and door locks, and a nice piece of wood veneer there too for style. Overall, it's a well thought out and very comfortable, luxurious, and technically savvy interior, and I really like the attention to detail too, and the color choice, and also the choice of materials is quite nice too. Out back you get your own vents, plus a 110 outlet, and the same styling cues found up front are back here too, which is a nice thing, plus seating for 3 across. The armrest also has 2 cup holders. The Impala's trunk, you'll find, is quite large. You also get a cargo net too. Powering the Impala is a 3.6-liter V6 mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, which produces 305 horsepower and 264 pound-feet of torque. It'll reach 60 miles per hour in 6.1 seconds on the way to a quarter-mile time of 14.6 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 18 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect 21 miles per gallon overall. Pricing for the 2014 Impala starts at just under $27,000 and goes up to $36,000. Now my test car is V6 equipped, and that starts at just under $30,000. Options include the $940 LT convenience package, which includes remote start and parking assist, the $1,140 premium audio and sport wheel package, which also includes the rear spoiler, the $1,095 LT navigation package with push-button start and keyless entry, the $945 premium seating package, and the $890 advanced safety package with forward collision alert, rear cross traffic pattern, lane departure warning, and side blind zone alert. And I think that's a great deal. So with a total of $5,010 in options, you're out the dealer door at $35,770. And that's pretty fair money considering all the luxury, convenience, large size, and of course safety that you get. Speaking of safety, you get pre-fill brakes, which help you stop. You also get 10 airbags, and you also get, of course, the assurance of GM's OnStar, which is really nice to have, especially in the event of an emergency and even for convenience. You can call them up and even get help with directions or restaurants or anything. So that's nice to have. And the Impala shares a platform with the Cadillac XTS and the Buick LaCrosse, so GM is saving a bit of money and doing cross platforms like that, like most cars these days. Now, competition is tough for the Chevy Impala. You have the Chrysler 300, you also have the Toyota Avalon, but I think what the Impala brings here is, of course, the history of the Impala name, and in the modern version here, you really do have exceptional comfort. That headrest feature really makes the seat very comfortable. I really like the materials they've used, and it is an extremely comfortable car, and I think it's a car that America should be proud of. Now, it doesn't have too many styling cues from the classic Impalas. You know, starting in 1958, you had that nice classic American Impala, which was a large sedan, which also came in a convertible. So there's none of that retro stuff going on, which I would like to see. I think cars like the Chevy Camaro, or definitely the Corvette Stingray, have done a better job of updating the classic nameplates. You can look for my reviews on YouTube of those, but the Impala at least does bring it into a modern era. But in its absence, you do have a very competent large car, which definitely holds its own against the competition, and you can't say that of the Impalas of the past, but the 2014 version really brings it up to a modern level, and this is a car that can compete with other large sedans. Stepping down in the manual mode, and you can tell that the Impala here is actually a pretty quick car. The engine sounds nice, and its 0 to 60 time is pretty impressive for a large sedan. Now, in terms of this shifting with your thumb in the plus or minus mode here, not a big fan of that, but it is surprisingly peppy, and it has plenty of power for every day getting on and off the highway driving. Trust me, you'll be impressed. It also handles pretty well in the turns, which is another surprise. Hasn't been one of Impala's strong suits in the past, but they have stepped up their game, not just in overall finish levels of luxury, comfort, and safety, but also in handling. Just checking out the night look here on the Impala, and I'm definitely a fan. I like these blue lights running along the dash and the doors, and the color scheme is really nice. Nice job, Chevy. Nice job, GM. Now, the Impala has a history as a rental car here in America, and also it has a history of being a cop car. So it's really been a car that you have to drive. It's, you know, sort of good enough, but not very exciting and nothing to write home about. But this 2014 version is different. It's stepped up its game. In styling, it's no longer bland. It actually stands out a bit. Even looks like a Bentley in the back to me, so that's pretty cool. I like the large alloy wheels. It's just got a much more bold look, and it looks modern, and inside it's very modern, and it's also very safe. It has great safety features like lane departure warning, beeps at you if you get out of your lane. In summing up the Impala here, it might not have all the classic styling cues that I'd like to see, but it does bring the nameplate into a modern era with great safety, also great technology, really easy to use infotainment system, the transmission, the engine, everything feels smooth, and more importantly, the comfort level of this car, being a large sedan, is exceptional. And I think it's definitely a car that you'll want to buy rather than a car that you have to buy. I'm very impressed with it. It's extremely comfortable. I'm Drivin Ivan Katz.